8 powerful compliments that instantly captivate any woman. Stoic tips. Old Stoic Wisdom. True love is not found in words. It's felt in the calm presence of the right man. Unknown. Welcome, gentlemen. Too many men go through life chasing the wrong things, thinking attraction is built on looks, wealth, or social status. But if you've lived long enough, you know the truth. It's not about what you have. It's about how you make her feel when she's around you. And one of the most underused tools in your arsenal? A well-timed, deeply intentional compliment. Not the generic kind that rolls off the tongues of desperate men. Not, "You're beautiful," or "You've got nice eyes." Those are throwaway lines, forgettable, unoriginal, and ineffective. I'm talking about words that cut through the noise, compliments that land with quiet impact, words that make her feel seen, valued, and safe, the way only a man of wisdom and presence can make her feel. Have you ever watched a woman's entire demeanour shift, her posture, her eyes, her energy, because of one grounded sentence from a confident man? That's not charm. That's command. And today, I'm giving you 8 powerful compliments, rooted in old Stoic wisdom, that go deeper than appearance, compliments that speak to her soul, not just her ego. These words are carefully chosen to stir emotion, create connection, and elevate your presence. Because here's the hard truth. If you're out here handing out flattery like candy, you'll be forgotten like the rest. But if you embrace the Stoic principles, emotional control, calibrated words, and unwavering self-respect, you'll understand this. You don't chase attention, you create gravity. So if you're ready to speak with clarity, move with purpose, and leave a lasting impression that no other man can match, keep watching. And if you're serious about mastering this part of your life, hit that subscribe button. Every video here helps you grow into the kind of man who doesn't need to impress, because he already commands respect. Compliment number 1. That fragrance you're wearing is addictive. It smells amazing. Let's begin with one of the most overlooked, yet profoundly intimate senses, smell. Most men walk right past this without realizing the power it holds. But a man of understanding, one who sees beneath the surface, knows that scent is more than just pleasant. It's primal, it's memory, it's emotion. The moment you notice a woman's fragrance, you're not just complimenting her choice in perfume, you're touching something deeper. You're acknowledging her presence, her aura, and the invisible impact she has on the space around her. Think for a moment, how often has a specific smell yanked you back to a powerful memory? A street from your childhood, a woman from your past, the scent of summer rain or the cologne your father used to wear? That's because scent is hardwired into the limbic system of the brain, which governs emotion and long-term memory. A simple aroma can trigger nostalgia, desire, warmth, or comfort within seconds. So when you tell a woman that fragrance you're wearing is addictive, you're not merely saying she smells good. You're telling her, you stay with me, even when you're gone. That's seductive in a way most men will never understand, because most men don't pay attention to the finer details. They recycle empty compliments like, "You look nice," or "That's a pretty dress," thinking they're being thoughtful. But here's what sets you apart as a man of presence, a Stoic. You notice what others overlook. You recognize not just how she looks, but how she feels, how she moves, and yes, how she smells. You observe with depth, and you speak with intention. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the colour of its thoughts. A Stoic man is not careless with his words, he speaks less, but what he says lands with precision. There is no need to perform, no desire to impress through exaggeration. So when you offer this compliment, let it come from a place of calm certainty. Make it feel like a statement, not a question. Your energy should be rooted, composed, delivered not with hunger, but with quiet appreciation. That's the kind of compliment that doesn't just flatter, it leaves an imprint. She'll think about it when she gets home. She'll remember it when she picks up that perfume bottle weeks from now. She might even wear it again just to see if you notice. This is what we call psychological attraction. Not chasing, not trying too hard, but planting an idea in her mind that grows on its own. In a world full of noise, your calm attention becomes magnetic. It shows that you're not easily distracted, that you have the emotional intelligence and masculine composure to truly connect. Real-world advice. Next time you're in a conversation, slow down. Breathe. Tune in to the little things, the way she carries herself, the fragrance that follows her when she walks past. And if you feel it, say it, not to impress, but to acknowledge. It's these subtle signals that make a woman feel desired without being objectified, admired without being smothered. And that is a rare skill most men never develop. As a final thought, I invite you to reflect. Have you ever received a compliment that stayed with you for years? If so, you already understand the power of words. Drop a comment below and share your own experience, whether it's a compliment you gave or one you'll never forget. Let's learn from each other and grow into men who leave lasting impressions through quiet power and thoughtful presence. Compliment number 2. Your smile could brighten up an entire room. This compliment holds much more weight than most people realize, and unfortunately, many men miss the deeper significance behind it. A smile is not just a facial expression, it's a signal of something far greater. It's a frequency, a vibration that has the ability to change the energy of an entire space. When you tell a woman your smile could light up a room, you aren't simply commenting on her physical appearance. What you're truly doing is recognizing her energy, the magnetic aura she brings with her wherever she goes. It's easy to overlook the power of this seemingly simple expression, but we've all been in a room where someone's smile suddenly lifts the mood, shifts the energy, and makes everyone feel a little more at ease. A smile like that isn't just about beauty, it's about influence, an undeniable force that can change the dynamics of a space. By acknowledging it, you're telling her that you see her ability to transform the environment around her. You see the power in her presence. Yet, here's the reality that many miss. Most men don't even notice this kind of impact. They tend to stick to shallow compliments about looks, which leaves them blind to the deeper, more meaningful aspects of a woman's expression. A woman's smile is much more than just a pretty feature. It's a reflection of her inner world. It reveals her openness, her warmth, and her ability to transmit positivity in a world that can often feel cold and harsh. When you deliver this compliment, you aren't merely flattering her superficial appearance. You're acknowledging a rare and valuable trait. You're highlighting her ability to bring light and hope into the lives of those around her. Relating this back to Stoicism, a Stoic man is deeply aware of the energy he brings into every interaction. He doesn't seek external validation, but when he notices something worth appreciating, he speaks up without hesitation. He's not just seeing the physical act of smiling, he's recognizing the profound effect it has on the environment. A Stoic sees how a woman's smile can disrupt negativity, bringing light into the room and making everything feel more positive. The beauty of this compliment lies in its recognition of something far beyond surface-level beauty. It shows her that you see the positive force she is in the world, and who wouldn't want to be told that their very presence changes the energy of a space? That's what makes this compliment so powerful. It acknowledges a woman's true influence and gives her the credit she deserves. And in today's world, where people often feel invisible or undervalued, this is a powerful way to make her feel seen, heard, and appreciated in the most profound way possible. Compliment number 3. I love how real you are. You don't try to fit in, you're just you. Now listen closely, because this isn't just a compliment, it's a declaration of power. In a society drowning in filters, masks, and performance, where most people are desperate to be liked, she dares to be real. And when you say this to her, with grounded conviction, with eyes that see through the illusion, you're cutting through all the noise. You're saying, I don't just see a pretty face, I see the fire behind your eyes. I see the courage it takes to be unapologetically you in a world that rewards fakeness. That strikes like lightning, because almost no one tells her that. Most men throw compliments like coins into a wishing well, hoping to be noticed, hoping to be liked. But you're not most men. You're a Stoic. You don't flatter to manipulate. You speak truth to honour. As Marcus Aurelius once said, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one. When you honour her authenticity, you're aligning with the highest form of Stoic virtue, living according to nature. A Stoic man lives by logos, reason, integrity, clarity. He does not pretend. He does not perform. He is real, and therefore he respects realness in others. And here's the deeper layer most men miss. When you point out her authenticity, you're also inviting her to relax, to trust, to drop the mask. You're creating emotional safety, which builds powerful attraction. You're telling her without saying it, with me, you don't have to pretend. That message, it's magnetic, it's rare, and it builds a connection stronger than charm or good looks ever could. Let others chase the external, while you honour the internal. Let others compete in noise, while you lead with silence and strength. In today's world, realness is rebellion. Complementing it is leadership. That's how Stoic men speak, decisively, directly, without apology. So the next time you see a woman brave enough to be herself, stop her in her tracks and tell her what the world is too blind to notice. Say it with grounded certainty, I love how real you are. And watch how her eyes change when she realizes you see her. If you believe in the power of authentic connection, hit that like button, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom, and drop this in the comments. I speak truth. I honour realness. Let the world know you're not here to impress. You're here to see. You're here to lead. And you're here to win. Compliment number 4. I love the way you see the world. It's so unique, and it really makes me think. In today's world, it's easy to get lost in a sea of conformity. We see people living on autopilot, simply repeating the same opinions and following the same predictable routines. It often feels as though individuality has been traded in for ease and comfort. But then there are those rare individuals who stand out. These are the people who challenge the status quo, who see the world through a different lens, and who refuse to be just another face in the crowd. When you notice this in a woman, when you see her ability to see the world in a way that's uniquely her own, you're recognizing something truly powerful. Complimenting a woman by saying, I love the way you see the world, is more than just an acknowledgement of her perspective. It's a deep recognition of her mind. You're telling her that her thoughts, her ideas, and her reflections have meaning. You're letting her know that her perspective has the power to make you stop, reflect, and challenge your own thoughts. In a society that often values surface-level beauty and quick judgments, this compliment cuts through the noise and places the focus on something far deeper. You're telling her that it's not just how she looks, but how she thinks. That draws you in. This is rare. Many people are trapped in echo chambers, surrounded by voices that only reinforce their own views. But when someone dares to think differently, when they bring a new perspective to the table, it's magnetic. It's refreshing. It's not about admiring her external appearance, but about appreciating how she interprets the world, the way she sees beauty, truth, pain, and meaning. This compliment elevates the conversation to a level that is beyond the superficial, making her feel valued for the depth of her thoughts. From the Stoic perspective, independent thought is a virtue. A Stoic man doesn't blindly follow the herd. He carves his own path, he questions what is obvious, and he seeks wisdom in places others may overlook. When you compliment a woman on how she sees the world, you're recognizing her courage to think deeply in a world that often favors shallow opinions and easy answers. This is a trait that not only sets her apart, but it also reveals the quality of the man who notices and appreciates it. A man who recognizes the value of deep thought, who seeks something more than just surface-level beauty, is a man who understands what true strength and wisdom look like. And make no mistake, this type of compliment is what separates the real men from the boys. It speaks to a level of emotional and intellectual maturity that resonates deeply with women, because it shows that you aren't just interested in what's on the surface. You're interested in what lies beneath, in the richness of her mind and the depth of her perspective. Compliment number 5. I love your energy. It's contagious and makes me want to be the best version of myself. Now hear this, and hear it with clarity. This isn't some empty praise tossed out like candy. This is a weapon, a recognition, a revelation. In a world where most people walk around like shadows of who they could be, drained, distracted, defeated, she walks in like a spark that ignites the entire room. Her presence isn't background noise, it's a frequency that shifts your state of being. When you say, I love your energy, you're not just admiring her, you're telling her that her essence makes you better. That's rare, that's potent, that's high-level communication. You're not focusing on what she wears or how she looks. You're zeroing in on what she radiates. That fire, that momentum, that force that makes you want to sharpen your edge, stand taller, speak clearer, rise higher. You're giving her the highest kind of praise, impact. And that hits hard because most people never hear it. Most men never say it. They settle for surface level. But not you, not now, not anymore. As Epictetus taught, the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. That's Stoic wisdom applied to attraction. You're identifying her not just as a woman, but as a force of nature. You're saying, I don't just like you, I grow because of you. That's magnetic. That's what separates high-value men from the average. Because let's be honest, energy doesn't lie. You feel it. You either feel drained after someone leaves or you feel charged. And when a woman elevates your frequency, challenges your complacency, and makes you want to evolve, that's not chemistry, that's destiny. So tell her, don't hold it back. Deliver the line with conviction, with poise, with your full masculine presence. I love your energy. It inspires me to rise. Say it, mean it, and watch how her posture shifts, how her eyes lock into yours, because you've touched something most never reach. You've seen her essence, not just her form. You've spoken to her soul, not just her surface. That's how a Stoic speaks. That's how a leader connects. If you felt the power in this, if you want to unlock more hidden layers of masculine influence, then like this video, subscribe to this channel, and drop this truth in the comments right now. I rise with energy that elevates me, because real men don't chase. They recognize, they honor, and they level up. Compliment number 6. You're honestly one of the most thoughtful people I've ever met. You really care about others, and it shows. In a world increasingly driven by self-interest, performative gestures, and curated identities, genuine thoughtfulness stands out like a quiet light in a loud room. Most people today are so consumed with getting ahead, being seen, or chasing what benefits them, that they forget the power of simple, sincere care. That's why when you look a woman in the eye and say this, you're not just offering flattery, you're acknowledging virtue. You're recognizing that her attention to the small things, the way she remembers what matters, checks in without being asked, and shows up not out of obligation but out of heart, is something rare and worthy of deep respect. In the red pill world, they say actions speak louder than words, but Stoics take it further. Virtue is action guided by wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. When a woman consistently demonstrates thoughtfulness, she's not just being nice, she's embodying strength of character. She's aligning her actions with something higher than social expectation, true compassion, empathy, and the desire to contribute rather than consume. This compliment tells her that you don't just see what she looks like or what she offers on the surface, you see who she is. It goes far beyond physical attraction. It tells her, I see how you move through the world. I see how much energy you put into others without expecting anything in return. And I admire that. That kind of compliment doesn't just make her smile in the moment, it plants something deeper. It speaks to her core, validating not just what she does, but who she chooses to be. And in doing so, you elevate the conversation, rising above shallow praise and creating a moment of genuine connection. Gentlemen, here's your real-life challenge. Don't just wait for grand gestures. Pay attention to the quiet kindness, the unseen efforts, the everyday grace that most people overlook. And when you see it, acknowledge it. Women, remember the men who notice what others miss. Compliment her not for what the world chases, but for what truly matters. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever met someone whose thoughtfulness changed your perspective? Or have you been told that your quiet care made a difference in someone's life? Share your story in the comments, and let's build a space where virtue, not vanity, leads the conversation. Compliment number 7. I love how driven you are. Your sense of purpose is seriously inspiring. Let's be real. In a world where distraction is the norm and most people drift through life without direction, true ambition stands out like a beacon. But I'm not talking about the performative kind, the empty hustle that looks good on social media but lacks soul. I'm talking about that raw, relentless, real drive that comes from deep within. The kind of purpose that keeps someone up late, chasing their calling, not just their paycheck. So when you look a woman in the eye and tell her this, you're doing more than giving praise. You're recognizing her for something sacred. You're seeing the inner fire that separates her from the masses. You're telling her, I see you out there building something. I see your courage, your focus, your refusal to settle for mediocrity, and I respect that. In a time when so many people wait for life to hand them opportunities, a woman with ambition becomes magnetic. She doesn't wait. She moves. She creates. She fights for her future with purpose. And when a man of substance notices that, not her looks, not her charm, but her mission, that's when you create something real. Because at its core, this compliment says, I don't just admire you, I admire the way you live. From a Stoic perspective, this matters on a whole different level. Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. A driven woman is someone who doesn't avoid difficulty, she channels it. She turns obstacles into fuel and discipline into daily ritual. And a Stoic man sees that as a kindred trait, because he too lives by intention, not impulse. Complementing her ambition isn't just good conversation, it's a form of alignment. You're affirming that you honor purpose, that you value effort, and that you're capable of standing beside a woman with a vision without being threatened by it. In real life, you'll find that women with ambition often struggle to be truly seen. People praise their looks, their style, even their energy, but rarely their grind. That's why this compliment is powerful. It speaks to the part of her that most people ignore. It shows that you're paying attention to the long hours, the late nights, the relentless faith she has in her goals, and the quiet strength it takes to keep going when no one's cheering. And that earns deep respect. So here's my advice. Be the man who notices not just beauty, but purpose. Let your words reflect depth. Let your compliments carry weight. And if you've ever been inspired by a woman's ambition or had your own drive recognized in a meaningful way, drop your story in the comments. Let's start a conversation about purpose, discipline, and the power of being fully awake in a world that's half asleep. Compliment number 8. You have this incredible way of making people feel comfortable and truly valued. Let's dive into the concept of emotional intelligence, the almost magical ability to make others feel like they truly matter. This goes beyond mere conversation or surface-level interactions. It's about connection. When she speaks, she doesn't just talk, she connects. When she enters a room, she doesn't just show up, she elevates the entire space. This is the essence of emotional intelligence, the ability to make others feel seen, heard, and valued. When you compliment her by saying, "You have this incredible way of making people feel comfortable and truly valued," you're acknowledging something that most people overlook. You're not focusing on her physical appearance, her smile, or her outer beauty. Those are easy to notice. Instead, you're recognizing the deeper emotional impact she has on those around her. This isn't just a rare quality, it's a superpower. Think about it. How many people in your life have the ability to make you feel truly seen, to make you feel safe and valued in their presence, without any fear of judgment. It's a rare gift that can't be easily replicated. The way she creates a space where others feel comfortable enough to be themselves, to open up without the fear of judgment, is something truly remarkable. It's the type of presence that transforms interactions, that heals emotional wounds, and that fosters trust. In today's world, where people often hide behind facades or struggle to find genuine connections, this is a quality that is nothing short of extraordinary. From a Stoic perspective, this ability to connect and make others feel valued ties into empathy, the cornerstone of understanding and respecting others at a deep level. A Stoic man understands the importance of empathy. He doesn't just observe the surface-level actions of others, but takes the time to appreciate their inner world, their struggles, and their needs. When you offer this compliment, you're not simply saying you're nice or you're pleasant to be around. You're acknowledging a powerful force at play. You're telling her that she has the power to heal, to uplift, and to create a space where people feel safe to be vulnerable and authentic. This is the kind of compliment that goes beyond typical praise. It's one that speaks to the heart of what makes her extraordinary. This compliment is something every woman deserves to hear, but tragically, it's something most rarely do. Society often focuses on external qualities and accomplishments, overlooking the profound emotional impact one can have on others. But when you recognize and verbalize this rare quality in her, you are giving her something far more meaningful than just praise. You are validating her ability to create real positive change in the lives of those around her. And in today's fast-paced, often disconnected world, that kind of emotional intelligence is a gift that should never be underestimated. It's a quality that deserves to be recognized and celebrated because it's not just rare. It's truly special. If you've made it this far, you're already standing apart from the crowd. Because let's face it, most men never take the time to truly understand what makes a connection real. They stay stuck, chasing surface-level validation, using compliments that lead nowhere. But you're doing the work. You're learning to speak with depth, to see beyond appearances, and to carry yourself like a man of wisdom and presence. These compliments aren't tricks, they're tools. Tools that build trust, respect, and powerful emotional impact. If this message resonates with you, then you're already on a higher path. So I want you to comment below and declare it boldly. I speak with purpose and power. Say it, mean it, and let that be your reminder every time you engage with the world. And if this video brought you value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because every man who commits to growth deserves a space where his mindset is sharpened. Until next time, walk with calm, speak with purpose, and lead with quiet strength.